This is just a session from this morning with a player who historically was right shifted. It's not a distance exercise, he's just hitting some drivers off the deck, and the 12 shots that he's hit all demonstrate the same sort of predictable pattern, certainly not stuck underneath it and hooking. And the one thing I wanted to highlight here was the angle of attack. It's been put to me that driver off the ground or driver off the deck as a practice drill will create too steep an angle of attack. And if we go through the 12 shots that this player hit, we can see that the angle of attack is certainly not excessively up, but it's certainly not excessively down. If the player was to attack the ball with an excessively steep angle of attack, he wouldn't get the ball airborne. So it's a task-driven exercise to prevent this player from getting too right shifted. If we have a little look at the geometry from above, and bear in mind this player is aiming left of a cane at the front of the studio, so he's already shifted slightly left of where the monitor is pointing. And you can see on these swings that he's generally getting a feel for what it's like to operate on the other side of the spectrum. His historic issue would be club tumbling in behind him, dropping underneath the hands, losing control of the club face. Club face would drop open. You can see that the club face does still tend to stay relatively open to the path. But this was an exercise in just getting away from this severely right shifted, excessively shallow angle of attack that this player was demonstrating. When he hits it his worst off the tee, the angle of attack is about anywhere between 4 to 6 up, and as a result he has to shift it maybe 8 to the right, shift the swing direction 8 to the right to get anything like a sort of decent draw. And the issue is that in the act of doing that, the player will early extend, load accumulator 3 a little bit too much, and completely lose control of the club face. So he goes from, in an attempt to try and create a predictable pattern, what he ends up with is an uncontrollable block to the right or a quick hook to the left. So anybody stuck under it, anybody feeling that they've got to right shift excessively to hit fairways, a good little drill for you. And I just wanted to clear up that myth about the angle of attack. Remember, it's task driven, it's not about distance, it's about creating some different feels, allowing the player to operate on the other side of the spectrum, so left shifted rather than right shifted, to achieve a nice balanced result when he goes out to play. No use of this player practicing just being a little bit shifted to the right. This player's got to get way to the left, or a little bit to the left at least, in order to improve his game long term.